thought I would just come on, see how everybody's doing, how we're all kind of hanging in there. We're doing our best to kind of hang in there right now. Just kind of give you all a little bit of update. By the grace of God is all I can say. Patty's plane ticket has been taken care of in full. And I'm not going to name names. I appreciate it more than you know. There's something else we'd love to be able to see if we can make happen for her and Christina. But we can't really say right now because we're trying to kind of keep that a surprise. And what we'd like to do is be able to do a FaceTime, and Patty knows, but Christina doesn't, and let her be able to tell Christina with Patty there, because the reaction will be so priceless. We're trying to make that happen. And of course, just covering, her while she's here, and then hopefully we could be able to send her home with just a little bit to cover some of her expenses right now. So the post is there. All you have to just put in the subject line is hashtag one last hug, and we'll know that needs to go towards that. But I can't thank you all enough from the bottom of our hearts. I cannot believe that next week she'll be here. And I can tell you honestly that without the crew of the lifeboat, I don't know if I'd be getting through this as well as I'm getting through. I still feel overwhelmed. I still feel kind of like I shouldn't be overwhelmed. I shouldn't be overwhelmed, but I am. I shouldn't be hurting, but I am. It's like, it's just, I'll start crying just out of the blue. I was very sore today. I was just hurting a lot today. Hi, Mrs. G. I know, I got this. And I got the things in place so that I make sure that I have it. The one thing that I can say through this whole thing that I can say I have done differently than before was that I haven't gone to food. What would have been so easy to go to food, I haven't. I don't know what it's going to look like after the 22nd, because it's real easy to kind of not do that, but I haven't been like, okay, let's just eat. Hello, Amelia. Let's just eat. I'm doing pretty good. So I'm just hoping I can kind of keep that. I made, I don't know if it's a recipe on the website, or not the website, but on on the interwebs, for cottage cheese bagels, and they were actually really, really, really good. Yes, I'm okay. Really, really good. I just blended up the cottage cheese, a cup of cottage cheese and a cup of self-rising flour, and put them together and put them in my air fryer, and they were delicious. They were only 5 points on Weight Watchers. They were really, really good. My husband was like, these are delicious. You couldn't even tell they were cottage cheese in the bagel, but it was so much, oh, Mocha, you gonna come up? Oh, goodness. You gonna say hi? Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. That's the Mochas. That's the Mochas. Oh, goodness. Oh, God. That's the Mochas. Hi, Gail. I'm sorry for the jumpies. This is the dog. She came in from outside. You gonna say hi? You gonna say hi to everybody? Oh, goodness. It's like you haven't seen me all day. You've seen me. I know, darling. Oh, boy. There is nothing like a dog that loves on you. I will tell you what. Ouch. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry for the muffin. I didn't expect her to do that. Yeah, she's a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. There are shorts on our channel listed under Mocha. Hi, Astrofan. There's shorts listed that you get to see Mocha. Hi, Angel. And you can see her. She's like a short superstar on our channel. But she's like, I haven't seen you all day. Yeah, you have. But she is, she's a staffy. She was rescued out of a situation that wasn't good, and she was a foster fail. She's actually my daughter's dog, and we are taking care of her right now because she can't have her where she lives. So we just love her. She knows. She sits a lot with me when I crochet, and does my crochet. Hi, Mike. So I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for just being there. For those that are new, welcome to our channel. This is a channel that you don't have to crochet to be here. You just have to want to come and connect, be respectful, and make those connections and build those friendships and so forth. My thing is, I'm blessed to crochet. What are you blessed to do? And for those that don't know it, my aunt was diagnosed with stage 4 liver and lung cancer last December. It is now terminal. They have stopped chemo. She is coming up here for her last visit next week. The community certainly came together in droves to help us help her with the plane ticket so she could come up here and give us #one last hug, which I'm so grateful. And so there is a post. I will put it in this video. If anybody still wants to contribute, that will go towards her, and as well as some of the things that we could do with her here. But it's going to be hard. It's going to be, I think it's going to go faster. The visit's going to go faster than we think. And it's going to go quickly, which is not what I want to see, but it is what it is. But I think leaving the airport and saying goodbye to her is going to be the hard part. Because that's the finality. That's when you're saying that goodbye, and that's going to be the hard part. And that's where, if anybody is new here and you haven't checked out, go check out the Lifeboat, because it's an awesome channel full of people that are looking for connection and sobriety and so forth, and just need that peer support. Hi, Alfonso, how are you? And that peer support. I can tell you I'm handling this very differently than I've handled a lot of things in my life, because I have those connections. I have those people that are kind of coming beside me and saying, hey, you okay? And we got you, and we're here for you. And I really, really want to just extend just so much appreciation for that. We are all on the same boat. Oh, well, that's good, Alfonso. You know, we're all in the same boat. We're all in this together. We all need support. We all have things that we may be going through. Maybe it's difficult or hard or easy or a blessing or whatever it is that we may need a little help with. And that's why hi Lydia, that's why I did what I did with this channel. It's my mom and my channel. And, you know, just because I felt like we need more of these type of channels that are doing this live feeds, that are, the magic happens within the chat. I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're doing well. I've been praying for you, Lydia. Magic happens in the chat. It doesn't happen behind the camera. I'm just someone that turns on what we call the lighthouse and say, here you go. But hi, Jason P. And, you know, it's the people in the chat that have come beside me. And like our intro says, and I can't do it when I do it through the YouTube app, that says, I got you covered. Well, and I got you covered, and you got me covered too. And you know what? You guys have certainly had me covered this week. Really, honestly, I thought about it, and I thought the outpouring of love that has come for somebody that you didn't even know, but you knew she was special to us, has meant the world. And you guys, if we can do this for something as little as this, do you imagine what we can do if we got our act together, if we got our act together to help others. I mean, it's just like, it would be amazing. The loss of my cat was hard. It blew blow to me this year. I didn't realize how much I loved her, but I do. And you know what? Those are people that say that animals can't be such great losses. Hi, Sandy. They can be. And I remember when we had our dog Abby, and she was such a precious little one. Hi, Crafty. She was such a precious little one. And I just remember when she passed away, I thought, I now get it. When people lose their daughter, or not their daughter, when they lose their animal, why it's so much. Because we were just devastated when we lost Abby. She was our first dog, and it's just like, it never gets easier. And then I remember losing Jordan, even though he wasn't my service dog, he was Christina's service dog. It was like, and then right after the service, Jordan passed away. My daughter was like, I need a dog. And there was a Buddy, and he was a hound, and he was at the shelter. And he needed a home because he was just not doing well in the shelter. And so we took him out of that and brought him to our home to kind of get home acclimated within the house and so forth. And he was with us for 9 months. And then he had a situation happen where he had been actually hit with a pew-pew, and it had shattered his shoulder, and the thing was still in there, and that actually, I think, moved at one point, and it paralyzed him very quickly. And I just remember the next day thinking, this was an animal we only had 9 months. And it happened, he passed on our anniversary, my husband's and I anniversary, and we were just devastated. And I'm like, you know what? Hi, Mon. Hi, Mon. It never gets easier. And it's like, I understood it once I went through it, myself, that, losing an animal can be just so hard. And those that have never gone through it, they just don't understand. They don't know until you've walked through those shoes. That's why I love that song done by Elvis Presley. You don't know unless you walk through a mile in somebody's shoes, right? You don't know what it's like. Of course you're still grieving. I still think of Abby. Abby passed away in 2016, and there's sometimes I look at her picture, or I think of her, and I cry, because she was with us for 15 years. Or I look at Buddy's picture, and I think, and I start crying. We lost two cats in the last 8 months. We only have one left. Oh, I'm sorry, Alfonso. And I'm like, this little one over here that's now going to cuddle beside me, Mrs. Mocha, she's only 4. I hope we have her for many years, but I'm thinking, oh, she warms your heart, especially when she behaves herself and she's nice. Oh, there's the most adorable short up, and it was so cute today, because when I recorded it, I did it, and then I kind of stopped with the recording when we did it, and I was petting her, tapping her with the recording, and when I stopped, she'd take her little nose and nudge my hand like, excuse me, I'm not done getting petted, please. Little thing here. Oh my goodness, it was too funny. It was too funny. My sister has these cats since 2008 when we were in New Mexico. Oh, they become family members. They're a part of your life. You're taking care of them. You're nurturing them. You're doing all the steps. Of course. Oh, and hi today. Just so people know, and that's after everything kind of gets uploaded. We're only about 309 hours away from 3,000 watch hours. Yay! And I will be uploading. Of course, I turn off all comments because I put it on while we're sleeping. But I will be putting up a calming stream tonight. So that'll be the next one, is calming stream. babbling brook, whatever you want to call it, calming stream tonight. So that'll be the next one. Yes, so close. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Cosmic. That'll be the next thing. So when everything uploads, I think, when everything comes to fruition, I think in the next couple of days we'll be like 250 watch hours away from 3,000. So we're so close. It'd be so cool. That'd be awesome, Gail. And Jason, can you put Gail's Southern Living in the link in there for me, please? If you are a content creator, please go check it out. We will be participating in her Fall Fest 2024 giveaway. And so she has a Q&A video all about that. I have to go through and re-listen to it again. I'm sure, Gail, you understand my head's just kind of been I've got an idea for a video, but it's an awesome way to grow your channel and collaborate with other content creators. So go check out Gail's Southern Living. And if you are a content creator and want to participate, she has all the rules. She just did a Q&A very, very recently about it. Thanks, Jason. You can participate and get the thing in the entry. You just have to email her and let her know, and all of their stuff is over on her page. Email her and let her know you want to participate. But it's a great way to reach out your page. I have an idea to do for my giveaway. I'm going to sit outside and pretend that I've been crocheting just like 30 seconds. Like I'm going to sit out in my rocking chair outside and crochet, and then I'm going to go to my computer and dress it up fallish, and then go, oh, I'm sorry, I've crocheted the whole summer away and now it's time for fall. But I'm going to do that before Patty comes, because I know after she leaves I will not be up to it for a couple weeks. Another thing I did today is we went to Sam's Club. Yes, absolutely. Ones. I don't know. I'm not going to fool. If I try to fool around with my thing, I'll do something to it. So ones. We went to the store the other day, and I made sure that I got like stuff and got all of the recipes done all the way through the end of the month to the 1st. So I can go just right in my refrigerator and pull out a meal and know when I'm going to have it, and the recipe's all on there. Awesome. Tonight we had pork roast with pears. And all I did was take a pork roast, throw it in the crock pot, 2 cans of canned pears, and I used the juice, poured it in there with some seasonings. It was delicious. I had that, and I made those cottage cheese bagels. Those things are so good. And I did the cottage cheese bagels, and what else did I do? And I had peas and carrots. I do a little bit. I've done some recipes, Gail, on my channel. I've done several of them. I did a layered salad. I did a Jersey Mike's salad. I've done egg pie, which I've got to get the egg pie for Cricket's channel too, so I've got to get that done. I've got a list of things to get done this weekend. I've tried the flatbread with cottage cheese, and it's good, but this was delicious. I like the flatbread with the cottage cheese, but I like this even better. You just take a cup of cottage cheese, and my husband does not like cottage cheese. You take a cup of cottage cheese, you blend it in a blender or food processor, right? Hi, Michelle. Okay, I will look at that. And then you take the cottage cheese, you blend it in the blender, make it smooth. You take that cottage cheese mixture and you put it in a cup of self-rising flour, and you can make your own self-rising flour. It's just like 1/4 tablespoon of baking powder and like 1/4 or 1.5 tablespoon of salt. And you put that together, and you put the cottage cheese mixture in, and you mix it together. You have to use a little flour to kind of bring it all together, and you just cut it in 4, cut it in the middle, and then cut it again. throw it and make bagels shapes out of it. Throw it in the air fryer and you're for a certain amount of time, and it's delicious. Absolutely delicious. And you can't tell. Yes, and he even liked it, and he does not like cottage cheese. He said, you've got to make like more of these. They were delicious. My daughter's like, oh, cottage cheese. I'm like, yep, it was delicious. It was good. I have to admit, it was very good. So, just look up cottage cheese bagels. You could even dump like, what is it? Like everything bagel seasoning. I don't like that, but you could put that on top of it. And I just did it with like an egg wash over it, and it was delicious. It was delicious. Just threw it in the air fryer, and I had one for breakfast this morning, and I had one for dinner, and it was delicious. Absolutely. So I will be making more. Yes, you are in our prayers, Crafty. I hope you're feeling better. But I'll have the nature streams on tonight. And or the stream things on tonight. I'm gonna get through this, and I'm gonna get through it with everybody's help. I've just been really tired, and I think expected to be tired. I've been sleeping very good. I'm tired I'm still tired during the day because I said to somebody, I said, I'm just overwhelmed. And they said, there's stress all around me right now with what's going on with Patty. And there's no way of getting rid of it because I know what's coming. Awesome. Yeah, it's like a mountain stream. So, but I'll get through it. I got you guys. I ain't doing this by myself. Never again. When you're going to go through stuff, do it with people. Make your connections, build them up, do the thing. And we're going to get through it. And, yeah, I think there is some of that. I said, it's funny because I don't think I've accepted it. There's not an acceptance going on yet. I don't accept it. I'm angry that cancer is taking her from us. I think I'm numb. I'm sad. And I'm not worried about her coming as I am worried about what it's going to be like at the airport for her to leave. And somebody said to me the other day, well, it's not goodbye. And I said, I know it's not goodbye. I know I will see her again, but for whatever time when she does leave, it's the last time here on earth. And that's a finality to it. And so it's all kind of like the anxiousness of kind of going, what is that? I'm trying not to run it in my head. I'm really trying not to. I said, Mary, you can't even think of the 22nd. You can't. But it'll start creeping in there of what this moment's going to be like at the airport. I mean, and how can it not? It can't, because you're sitting there preparing yourself for this kind of, what is this scene going to look like? And, I just can imagine myself giving her that hug and not wanting to let go. I mean, it's going to be so hard. And then I thought, I've got to make sure meals are prepped. They're in the refrigerator. They're in the refrigerator, and are in the freezer. They're ready to go. They're ready to pull out. I don't have to think about putting meals together. I can just go to my calendar and say, yep, that's what we're having tonight. I looked at the bag. Yep, this is what's getting served tonight. Take it out of the freezer and throw it in the refrigerator. I don't have to think of that. So I'm preparing, but then I'm also preparing for the fact that it's going to be hard. And I think too, there's a part of it that says you need to make sure that you that you are letting people know. You know, we could have kept this whole thing very quiet, and I chose not to do that. I'm very glad I didn't, because I thought, I don't want everybody to see me. I know I'm going to cry down the road. I know I am. I know that I'm on here talking about my aunt, and you all are like, not about your aunt again. But there's so much I think that we can learn from this, if not anything else. Nobody needs to suffer in silence. We all are here when we're going through a difficult time, and we don't always know exactly what somebody's going through. We don't know. They could look perfectly happy, and just we don't know what they're going through. And I'm thinking, if we had not reached out to our community, and I can tell you that Patty is tremendously grateful for all of the just outpouring of prayers and support. She just says thank you from the bottom of her heart. And again, nobody's obligated, but I will put it in the description with the post. If anybody feels led to donate, there are all ways in which you can, which would go towards her visit while she's here. And if there's any extra, it would go to her. And just put hashtag one last hug, and we'll know that that goes towards that. And that's all on anybody that feels obligated. If anybody feels like sharing the post in their community tab, go right ahead. And that is all up to anybody that feels so led to do so. Nobody is obligated to have to do that, but if they feel led to do that, that would be awesome. And it would be appreciated. But to just have that off her back, where she had her plane ticket covered by people she didn't even know, but cared enough about us, that meant a heck of a lot to someone who is dying. It was her last wish to come up and see us. And as well as the rest of us, I think that I think that when we look back at it, not right now necessarily, but when we look back at it, we're going to look at this with such a sweet. There's going to be such a. This is bittersweet, but there's a sweetness that is coming through this so strongly because of all the love that's been poured out of this. And I know maybe we're going to look back, we're going to look at the memories, saying goodbye to her at the airport. It's going to be hard, and then going on. But there will be a time when I'm going to be able to look back at this, thinking of all the love that was poured out. Not only for Patty, but for all of us. And all of the sweet times that we had during that week are just going to be, they're going to be so, the memories that are going to be there are going to be so precious that they're going to come in waves, you know? And I'll think, oh yeah, I remember when she was here and we did this, and oh, remember when she was here and we did this. And if we try to get this other thing for Christina, and I can't go into detail. Like I said, I want Christina to have her reaction with her aunt. And if I can record it, I will. If we can make that happen, then that would be awesome. But, and I'm sure it will. God has certainly provided, if nothing else. He's, that song that, when there's no way, God makes a way. God has just, he's blown this out of the park as far as I'm concerned. But I think I'll look at it in a very different way. And I got even the most amazing phone call today. Those that go on our channel that see, of course, when we do the intro on StreamYard, I have the intro set up for I Got You Covered by Scott. the a little snippet of it. And then on the outro, we have I'm So Proud of Being Me, and I have the end part of that. And he called me today and he said, I got to hear myself on the YouTubes. And he said, a friend must have shown him the I'm So Proud of Being Me. And he said, and of course he said, I heard you narrate at the end of it. And he said, you know, you're always my number one fan. And I said, well, we got to put Christina in there. He said, yes, absolutely. And he said, you know, he said, I was so flabbergasted. And I said to him, I said, do you know? Because he said, I was so afraid of leaving this world and nobody hearing my music. And I said, Scott, your music's getting heard in Australia. And he was like, hi, Moon Rose Graphs. He was like, oh my gosh. He said, I cannot believe that. He was overjoyed beyond belief that his music was getting heard over in Australia and that people were listening to it. And he's like, I had 44 likes to my So Proud of Being Me video. He said, I was, 40 few people that listened to it, 44 people. And I said, it's just only going to grow, Scott. And see, because I'm the person putting it up. If someone else was to copy it and put it up, it would be reused content. So they can't. There is one place on the YouTubes that has one of his songs. That's it. And he said, if anybody wants to put it up, he said, I'm so glad, Mary, you're going to put up my music that you have. Because he said, I know you're going to do it with the utmost respect and honor. I said, I love you. You're like an uncle to me. And he said, I am just so tickled pink. He said, it made my day and my month. And so I have got to order him, if you go into our merch store, the We Got You Covered t-shirt, I got to order him one because he's got to have one with his name on it, right? So I've got to order him one so we can send him the one with the disc. But he was so thrilled to see. He said, I was just so afraid that I would leave this world and nobody would hear my music. So, so I just want to put that little note in about Scott. Yes, Gail, he does. Because she has all of the cancer expenses right now. She's had to take a leave of absence. Whether she's able to go back or not, that's up to that. So she's had to take a leave of absence. So yes, it's so right now I have So Proud of Being Me, and I'm going to upload I Got You Covered without my narration at the end. So those are two of his songs. And when you hear our intro, when I do it on the computer, I took those songs, those two, and I made part of my intro with it. My intro and my outro. Because I said, we have each other covered. Oh, awesome. Got each other covered. And at the end of it, I want to make sure people know you need to be proud of yourself. For sure. But it's on there. And he's blind. He's been blind since birth. So he didn't get any musical training. He just literally went from listened to the music and went right to the piano and played it. It's amazing. He could have been as good as Stevie Wonder, if not better, if he had been given the right certain circumstances would have worked out. He would have been amazing. But he a couple years ago, he had an accident that happened, and he was in his place he was living, and his hands went back, and he was pinned, so he can't play the piano anymore, which is a shame. But he's been goodness gracious in our family for years. And like I said, he may not be a blood uncle, but he's like an uncle to me. So, we just didn't want Patty to have to worry about the ticket. And that was a huge cost for us as well right now. And so you all stepped up, and that's taken care of. And like I said, nobody's obligated, but those that feel led to, I'll make sure that she has a blast while she's here. And then if there's any extra left, that's going to go to her to say, do what you need with this money. Maybe it's to pay an electric bill. Maybe it's to pay a car payment. Whatever it is. And it'll come just from love. It's shown. It's just amazed me. And God's so good in preparing for that. and making it work. And again, it is people, if you need help, reach out for it. When we were trying to figure out plane tickets, my head was spinning when I was thinking about, and I looked at the plane tickets last week. We were looking at the plane tickets and we were crying while we were trying to find plane tickets. I said, wait a minute, Mary, you're going about this the wrong way, girl. Go look up Cricket. She's a travel agent. She found the plane ticket because she wasn't in the mix of the situation. She found the plane ticket and she found it and she was able to take care of it. And then I thought, I'm just going to, and then I had a relative once say, you know what? If you don't ask for help, you'll never know, right? And I thought, well, I'll put it out there to my community and see if anybody feels so led to do so. And you all did. Those that did, those that did, I thank you. You know who you are. And we'll never give out names. But everybody did. Whether you gave financially to make the plane ticket happen or not, you were there for me. You've been there for my mom and my husband and my daughter. You've been there to give me love and support and help and friendship. You've been there. You may have shared it on your post, on your community tab. You may have just shared it on social media. You just lifted it up to whatever you did, you were part of making it happen. Scott's an uncle you were given that ain't always blood, like a special sister around the US and Canada. Absolutely. Absolutely. 110%. But ask for help. And I know that I'm handling this different because I'm not keeping quiet about this. I'm not sitting there going, oh, I don't want to tell everybody what's going on. Yeah, I need to tell everybody what's going on. So that on the 22nd, when we take her to the airport, and we drop her off, and if you hear somebody's story, it's this dog over here. On the 27th, or the 22nd, when we drop her off at the airport, right? And you all know that it's going to be hard. You know that I'm probably going to be down in the dumps. You know, if I'm not showing up for the boat that night, that's understandable. You're going to be exhausted. But if the 23rd comes and the night of the 23rd goes and the night of the 24th, wait a minute. And there's nothing on their channel, we got to reach out and make sure she's okay. We got to make sure she's staying on track. We got to make sure she's connected. And if she's tired and she's sleeping and she's resting, that's fine. We just got to make sure that she's not sitting on that couch alone by herself, going through this by herself. I've got God. He is my rock. Absolutely. I don't understand why all this is happening. Absolutely. But he also has given me all of you that are here, that are showing up as support. And I can return that by being there for all of you as well. We got to have each other's back. You know, one thing that I was saying too tonight on the boat was I was saying, when we go into other people's chat, do we realize that if you are, and there are people here that are not coming from the boat, and that's fine. But if you're crew members of the boat, do you realize that when you go onto other people's channels, you are representing, yes, I will, Alfonso. You're representing the crew, the lifeboat. If you're a crew member of the lifeboat and you're going on to other channels, what are we there to show them? Hey guys, this connection thing rocks. There's power in connection. And you are representing the lifeboat. Because you're coming, those people are seeing you in there. And maybe they'll find the lifeboat at one point. Maybe you won't direct them to the lifeboat. But they may find you in the lifeboat at one point and say, oh, so-and-so's in the lifeboat. I've seen them in other chats. So we need to, when we're going into other chats, and I'm just saying it as a general, we're going into other chats, whether you're part of the lifeboat or not, you're representing yourself. You're representing, if you're coming from the lifeboat, you're representing the lifeboat. Let's show people how connection can rock. Because it can. It can make a huge difference, y'all. It is cool to be kind. It is. That's why I said, we're not going to talk disrespectful about people here. We're not going to talk disrespectful about other content creators. Guys, this is not doing this whole YouTube thing, hi Prez, is not without a lot of hard work. I look at those watch hours thinking, we've worked for each and every one of them watch hours. I mean, it's not just, and sometimes people get a lottery when it comes to YouTube. They get on a whoosh, and sometimes it takes a lot of work. And it does. And would I still be doing it if there wasn't anything at the end of all this? Absolutely. Because for me, at the end of the day, the channel is my mom. That's where the monetization will go to. At the end of the day, my thing that becomes priceless is the connections that I have with people here. That's what makes a difference. Because I know there's a lot of people that I can count on, absolutely. And I have counted on. And she's in the chat. She knows who she is. And I messaged her last night. I said, my body is hurting like you couldn't believe. And she said, would you please take your medicine? She fussed at me. She's my sister. She knows who she is. She said, would you please take your medicine and go to sleep? I love you. And she even offered to call, but I was so tired last night. You need to lay down. You need to rest. You need to stop. Put on something calming and stop and take your medicine. It's just a little side note. I was sitting there relaxing for a few minutes. And I actually fell asleep. And I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning going... I actually woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning in so much pain that I had a lot of trouble moving. Realized, whoops, I fell asleep with my phone and my glasses on, realizing I hadn't taken my medicine yet. I thought I'll take it in a few minutes because I was just trying to calm myself down a little bit before I took it. And that probably wasn't the smartest thing, but she still kind of fussed at me. She's probably kind of fussed at me right now too. I won't be doing that one again. So I'll just lay here for a few minutes and relax. And before I knew it, I was asleep. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning going, oh my goodness. I don't know if you can hear this, but she is snoring. Let me see if I can turn it. Let me see. Oh. Let's see if I can do it without. Let's see. I'll get her. See? There she is. There's the sleepy mochas. You're gonna stop snoring now, huh? You're gonna stop snoring? Look at them ears. You gonna stop snoring, Mocha? Yeah. She's a lot cuter to look at than I am. I won't mention the word, but she has to go to the VET next week because she doesn't like to get she has to, when you deal with her nails, she has to go get them done. She'll let us fool around with her feet, but she won't let us get the nail clippers out. So she has to go get her nails trimmed, especially before Patty comes, so that she doesn't accidentally scrape her a little bit. Because she gets excited, as you could see earlier, right? Yeah, it's a good girl. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're a good girl, and we love you. I'm thinking, I was kind of thinking about, let you look at her for a minute. So I almost thought about taking her to the airport. I know she'll go back to sleep. But she was snoring like logs over here. She was. Them ears. Oh my goodness. So anyway. But, yep. She loves sitting on the couch and watching me crochet or listen or be next to me when I crochet. But I just thought I'd hop on, kind of give you an update of everything, let you know what's going on, and just tell you thank you all so much. But we have to, you know, it's a mission I have to get the word out there that connection really does make a huge difference. It doesn't fix everything. It's not going to fix everything. But if we don't connect with people, if we're not, oh, I'll be thinking of that for a little bit. Is Darn Yondall okay? It was her dog, or Jerry's dog. Darn Don didn't pass away, right? Just Jerry's dog, correct? Dawn Yarndall is a sweetheart. I love her. Very, very supportive of other content creators. But we just got to do better. We have to make sure that we're letting people know that connection does. And if we show it, if we are showing it on channels like this, you know, where people are coming forward and saying, listen, I need help. I just got your message, Mona. I literally did, and then I just thought I'll sit here and relax for a little bit, and I fell asleep before I knew it, and then I was like, man. And I don't like when I do that, because when I do that and I don't take my medicine and I'm that sore, then it's just, when you lay there still for that, you know, when you fell asleep, then when you wake up in the middle of it, it's not too much fun. But you all you've made me laugh a little bit. You certainly put a smile on my face in the mix of all this. And I just keep reminding my aunt's coming up here to drive me crazy. That's what she says. She's kidding around. And we're going to have fun. We're going to go to the Amish country. We're going to do things. And one thing, you know, that we've extended our family, you know, that was another thing kind of talked about a little bit on My Other's Keeper tonight, was extending grace. And we've all said to each other, that's what we've been doing with each other in this household. We've extended grace because we all know we're very much underneath a tremendous stress. And so if we get snippy at each other, or we fuss at each other a little bit, or we're a little bit extra grumpy, or something happens, or what have you, we've extended grace because we know that we're under a lot of tremendous stress. Moonrose, can you just clarify? It's Jerry's dog that passed away, correct? Because I'll send a message to Don Yondall with the condolences of that, for sure. Y'all haven't checked it out, go check out Don Yondall. She is wonderful. Great content creator. She does a lot of what we kind of do here. chit-chat and bringing people together, socializing, talking, connecting. And she deals with a lot of health issues too as well. She's still doing it. She's still showing up. So, I was thinking tomorrow, possibly, it's possible, though. I wanted to get those earrings painted white. Oh, Jerry's dog, okay. It was just the way it was worded, and I was like, I wanted to make sure nothing happened to Dawn. I don't want to be known to spread rumors either. I'm not going to be doing that. This is not the channel for it, and it's not happening here. But I was thinking I would take all of those little things I've got to paint white and take you all outside maybe and just start painting them white, because I figured I want to get them painted white before Patty's visit. Let them really get the paint, let it really cure, and then I'll do the paint pour after she leaves, of course. I will send a message to Dawn then. Tell her I'm sorry to hear that. It's so hard when we lose our puppers, right? It's so hard. But I know I won't be on much. But if I can pop on live from time to time while my aunt's here, I will. Maybe I'm going to try to see if she will allow me to, get her on here, just even if it is just to say thank you to y'all for everything. I know if I can do that, I will. It's acrylic paint. I don't need a face mask. I was just thinking of going outside and just sitting and painting. Acrylic paint really doesn't have that much of a smell to it. I just have to paint all of the 200 little things I got for the crochet markers that I'm doing paint pours with, and then the earrings. I've got to paint all of those white before I can actually paint pour them. And I thought, well, maybe I should do that beforehand because I want to give them at least 2 coats. And I thought maybe I'll take them outside tomorrow and do them. I'm trying to still work on that the middle of the month on that crochet blanket. And I thought maybe that's what I'll use in the afternoon to kind of take a break. And then I know Saturday I'm going to be doing the Saturday quote reflections, whatever our quote was on Monday. And Sunday we'll do Sunday connection. And I have a list of things to get done, which is one is Gail's video for the collaboration. I want to get that letter that I need to get done to that family relative that I keep telling everybody I'm going to do. I need to send Cricket the recipe that I promised her I was going to send so she can put it into book. And I've got enough shorts. We've got enough shorts, Bible verses, and quotes till the end of the month. And I just got to make sure there's enough shout outs to the end of the month. And then I figured out like Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday I can work on some more. If I can get enough shout outs, hi Hannah, if I get enough shout outs to last me till the beginning of October, that's where I would really like to be. All the jokes, all the Bible verses, all of those shorts, all the way until October the 1st. Welcome. That's where I would like to be. Because then I don't have to think about it for a while. And I can just concentrate on going live and talking to you all. God bless too. Welcome. You do not have to crochet to be a part of this channel. You just have to come and be nice and want to connect and make friends. And we're very close to, and I was thinking if anybody is good with making, what are those things? Emojis? I'm not good. Oh, Moonrose, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I know that's going to be a difficult day. I'm sorry. Well, I will try to find time to do that. Maybe just being on tomorrow and watching me paint those little things white would be something that would keep your mind off tomorrow, but I will be thinking of you for sure. If anybody knows how to do the emojis, because I was thinking about setting up when it's time, because we're not that far away, y'all. We're not. Oh, well, see, I'm going to have to make sure I'm on the 12th so I can raise the Blessed Connection cake, right? Cupcake. I'm going to see if I can, if somebody knows how to do the emojis. I was thinking of setting up a 99-cent membership, because I know what it's like when money's tight and you're just, people like to, maybe can't afford to do a tremendous membership, but they would like to support the channel. I was thinking of doing a $3.99 membership, and then I was going to keep it open maybe down the road for like a $6.99, but just starting off with a 99-cent one with a couple emojis, and then doing a $3.99 with more emojis added. And then we'll go from there. But I figured that's what I would start with. I've tried to look how to figure out how to make emojis, because I want an Elvis emoji. We've got to have a cupcake emoji, right? We have to have, I was thinking of thank you very much emoji. And that's what I was thinking of calling like the 99-cent group of people, the thank you very much. And I was thinking of, you know, the Blessed Connection, or the disco balls. We got to have the disco balls, right? So I was thinking of doing like doing the disco ball club, or the disco ball Warriors for the $3.99, or something like that. You know, I'd love to be able to put the lighthouse beacons in there somehow too as well. But I've got some ones that I want to do, for sure. We got to have the disco balls emojis and so forth. So that'll be for sure. So I am going to work on the disco ball for the keychain, but I did one today, but it is, I have to redo it. I gave it to my husband. I said, here's the first flop one, because I used the same size hook. I was full. I needed to be working on the blanket, but I thought, oh, I'll just work on it. And I used the same size hook, but it was so much bigger than the one I did the other day. Same stitches, same size hook, everything. It was work. We had a real disco ball at the store for $35. And so I'm like, I have disco ball earrings that I bought. But I'm just sitting there going, I was like, I don't know what's different about it. So I said to my husband, hey, you want this? So I gave him the first flop. I'm like, it's the same. It's not any different. So I'm going to have to reduce the amount of stitches. I may even have to go down a size hook for that yarn. So I'll have to fool around with it. I did try to fool around with it today, but I'm talking about, it's like I'll have to show it, but it's like so much bigger than the original one I did. And I'm like, I even reduced the size of the stitches on this one, and it still was bigger than the one I did. And I like the size of the one I did, the first one. Do you think I could replicate it? So I used 28 or 29 stitches, and I went back and did 28. But I'm going to have to do the other one like 21 stitches and see. So I'm going to have to fool around with this yarn so I can make sure that it's around the same size, because it was so much more, it was bigger, and it was going to look ridiculous on the keychain, so I couldn't do it. And it got me distracted. Okay, thank you. I've looked at Canva, because Canva can do emojis. I know my way around Canva a little bit, but I thought if I do a 99-cent membership level and then a $3.99, it would give people that, I want to give people that I know for myself money is tight. And so I want to be able to give that option for people that if money's tight and all they can do is the 99 cents and they want to support the channel, they can. And then if they Once at $3.99, then it would be just additional emojis. But I think we'll have to call them the disco balls. Someone's selling a disco. I'm going to get disco balls in the mail. You know, I'm going to have to send a disco ball keychain to Reese and Tommy and Spank. So I've got to send, because Tommy or Reese is not going on the cruise. So I'm going to send her, I'm doing something special for all the people going on the cruise. But I got to send her what I was going to do, what I'm doing for everybody else. I'm going to send that to her. And when I do, I'll also make sure that she gets a disco ball keychain with the saying. And I did get like these little like self-sealing things. So when we do send those ones out, I can send the saying of the disco balls. Okay, I'll look. I can send the saying of the disco balls about how it's broken into little pieces to make, one magical ball of light. And I can send that with it so people can get that with the silver ones. Yeah, that may be a little fragile to mail. But thank you for thinking of me. Oh, goodness. That's funny. That's funny. That made me laugh, Alfonso. Y'all made me laugh tonight. And I appreciate that. I appreciate all that you, this dog is snoring again. It's so funny. She's dreaming. She's dreaming of something. I don't know what she's dreaming of, but she's dreaming. So I'm about ready to hop off here. I wanted to just, Tommy got done early. And I thought I'd tell you all, give you all an update. I will put the description of that post in the, when I get off here, I will add it to this. If you just want to comment, if you want to share it on your community tab, stage lighting, if you want to contribute to give a little to something for Patty, that is all up to you. The plane ticket has been taken care of. That was by the blessing of this community, was amazing. Anything extra that is received is going to just have her enjoy her time here, and then just put in the thing, hashtag one last hug, and it will go. And then if there's anything left, it is going to her to take home to do as she needs to do with it. So it's there if anybody still wants to contribute, they can, and believe me, it will be used. It will be used for her. I'm really hoping that the activity we have planned for Christina and my aunt, that they're willing to give her a little bit of a discount on it. I'm hoping that will happen, because we'll make it happen one way or another. That's what I told Scott today, because he was like, I just said to him, he's like, I can't believe my music is getting heard by everybody. I said, do you remember whose granddaughter I am? He goes, yep. You're Nana's granddaughter. You're a tough cookie, and so was she. And I'm like, you better believe your bottom dollar I am. So we're gonna get through this. I'm gonna get through this, and I'm determined to get through it without the use of feeding here with food. Now, with that being said, I have said to myself, Mary, if you slip, which you may, old habits die hard, you may, guess what? You're not going to beat yourself up for it. You're going to realize you're under a lot of stress. It doesn't give you an excuse to go there, but if you fall, you're not going to beat yourself up for it. You're going to get it back up and go. And I got on the scale, what was it, yesterday, and I fluctuated like a pound, and I'm like, Mary, you're not beating yourself up. Your weight's going to fluctuate, and you're under a lot of stress right now. You're going to have to let some of this just fall off and not beat yourself up for it. You're staying on track. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. I feel like I've lost inches. feel like I've lost inches, not necessarily pounds. And I remember somebody saying sometimes you will lose inches where it won't really show on the scale. But I feel like I've lost inches. So we'll see. We were supposed to go to the pool this morning, but my husband and I could barely move. Literally, legitimately, I was so sore when I woke up this morning. I was like, it ain't happening. So they do have an 8:30 class tomorrow. We're going to try to go to that tomorrow morning. But we both were just so sore that it was just not happening. So I'll let you know. And the pool was freezing on well, that's okay, Brazy. You have an excuse, girl. Why not just step on the scale? Change the iPad. The pool was freezing. It was cold. The heater wasn't working right, and it was cold. It was chilled. But I can tell you that when I got home, after being in that cold water, it was bearable. I mean, after being in that cold water, I came home, even though I huddled underneath the blanket, my body felt good. It wasn't hurting as bad because the cold water helped all the inflammation to die down. Hi, pup groomer. Hey, girly girl. You came in. Oh, well, she's in here. I have to do this, y'all. I have to. Hold on a second. I got to show her. She's got to see. She got to see somebody. We all know she loves the doggies. There's the mochas. There's the mochas. And Pup Groomer, I'm only about 309 watch hours away. And when everything hits, it's probably going to be even less than that. I have to show her Mocha. I go in and show her pictures of Mocha. Yeah, are you going to say hi? Are you going to say hi? Yes, you are. Yeah, I know. See, she'll let us, Jen, she'll let us take her paws and do this. She'll let us hold these. But if we get anywhere near them with any kind of clippers, boy, oh boy, she would not have that. See, she knows. She heard that word. She will not let us. We have to take her to the vet next week and make sure that they're all clipped before my aunt comes. We can hold her paw, but we couldn't get near her with the clippers for nothing. And I think, what? Did I startle you? Look at that. You gonna show everybody your ears? I didn't mean to startle you. Did I wake you up? Hi, did I wake you up? I think that she's gonna actually have to. She's got a little spot on her side. I think in October, she's gonna have to have that taken care of. See, right here. And it's grown a little bit. I think she's gonna have that. We'll just have the vet. The vet's been keeping an eye on it, make sure. Yeah. She'll let us hold her nails, but she will not let us get anywhere near it with the clippers because nobody did it with her when she was young. And so nobody did it when she was young. They didn't teach her that she didn't need to be scared about anything or worried about anything, that we got her and nobody gonna hurt her. She's got to have a bath. Yes, you got to have a bath before Auntie Patty comes. Yes. Such a good girls. How anybody could have hurt you, I have no idea, darling. Not one iota. I don't understand it. How people can mistreat them. And then they have such, these dogs just have such a bad rap. And they're not anything like the rap that they're given. Not one bit, right? Thank you for trusting me to hold your paw. I appreciate that. Nope, they don't deserve it. And she knows, like she'll come in, she'll know if I'm upset or if I'm in pain. And she likes to lay on the couch with me, and she likes to go under the blanket. She loves her blankies, right? She loves her blankies, and she loves to go under the blanket with me. I'm not under the blanket. I'll be sitting on the couch, and she'll go under the blanket while I'm crocheting. And she just loves it. But she knows if I'm hurting. She's very tuned into people's emotions, extremely tuned into them. But she's afraid of flies. If there's a fly that comes in the house, my goodness, she is so afraid of it. Yeah, I know. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. Yeah. Yep. She is. Just haven't gotten her attention. She said, Mom, I'm done. Grandmama, I guess it should be. I'm not the mama. The daughter is the mama. So I'm going to get off here. Go check out. I've got I'll be putting it up in a few minutes. We're going to not put the comments up because I can't do that while I'm sleeping. But I'm going to put up the gentle stream, and that will run from 12 till 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So for 10 hours. So if you need something to go to sleep or you just need something, we've got wind, we've got whales, we've got rain, we've got thunderstorms, we've got relaxing music. I don't know what she's doing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? What? Oh, forgive me. I took your spot. Too much. And so there's underneath relaxing streams. There is several of them that you can go and need if you need relaxing or music or what have you. She's too much. She's like, it's time for bed. Is it time for bed? Gotta love them. We gotta love them. We gotta love each other. So thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I will go get that stream ready to go. And like I said, if you aren't able to, because there's no comments going to be there, but you can just go ahead and just give it a like. You know, just give the stream a like. That helps. But I think by the time everything catches up, we'll probably be about 250 hours away. So close. So close. And you guys are why we're there. Thank you all so much. Thank you for just being there for me. Thank you for being there for Patty. You don't know her, but thank you. You know what? I know you've helped her. She even said that to me today. She was like, Mary, it's so amazing that so many people care that don't know me. Tell them thank you very, very much. Because it means a lot to her. It's a lot of love. She said, I'm feeling a lot of love from a lot of different places. She said, I'm forever grateful. So thank you so much. I will talk to you all later. Thanks for helping to make me smile. And go check out Pup Groomer's channel too. She does a lot of diamond painting. And once I get all this stuff, crochet stuff done, maybe I can get back to my diamond painting a little bit. And I love you all tremendously. Have a good night. Stay connected. We got you covered. And I'm out. Go check out the stream to come in just a few minutes. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.